In a single gram of productive soil, there are between 100 million to 1 billion soil microorganisms. This hidden world of soil microbes is astoundingly diverse. Soils harbor approximately a quarter of all biodiversity on Earth. The microorganisms in the living soil span all three domains of life and include fungi, bacteria, nematodes, protozoa, among others. Microbes date back 3.8 billion years to the origin of life on our planet. Soil microbes are the foundation of productive ecosystems, including farm ecosystems. Microbes confer many competitive advantages to plants on farms. They are some of plants' most ancient allies. For instance, they help plants acquire essential nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus, and they regulate macro and micronutrient cycling, while also reducing nutrient leaching. Microbes also increase water use efficiency and boost plant drought tolerance. This benefit is particularly important considering climate change. Microbes also improve soil structure and stability while suppressing plant pests and pathogens. However, despite their central importance, these magnificent soil microbes, sometimes referred to as the unseen majority, have been long overlooked by agriculture, in large part due to their invisibility. Microbes are doubly invisible, too small to be seen by the naked eye, and they make a living underground in the dark. While overlooking the benefits offered by soil microbes, farmers have been trained to focus on pathogenic microbes that cause disease in crops. There is a pervasive societal microbiophobia that perceives microbes as bad actors. The COVID-19 pandemic has reinforced our collective microbiophobia. For instance, when we get sick, we are quick to blame the microbe responsible for our ailment. However, when we are healthy, we rarely appreciate the diverse microbes that are the foundation of our health. This bias towards the negative and pervasive microbiophobia extends to farmers and impacts their land management decisions. Take, for instance, Rod Coda. He's a conventional strawberry grower out in Watsonville, California. Each growing season, he preemptively uses the health hazardous and ozone-depleting fumigant, methyl bromide, to ward off potential soil pathogens. This fumigation functionally sterilizes his soil, killing all microorganisms from fungi to nematodes. It is fear of the pathogenic microbes that may linger in the soil that motivates this aggressive land management. He remembers stories from the 1950s when red steel, a fungal pathogen that can linger in the soil for up to a decade or more, swept through the region and forced many farmers to abandon their land. Rod's story is representative of many conventional farmers. Farmers are taught that microbes are bad actors, not allies. This implanted microbiophobia informs their land management, which is characterized by high disturbance and low biodiversity. Farmers replace the ecosystem services typically provided by biodiversity, especially microbial biodiversity, with chemical inputs. They use complex chemical cocktails to control pathogens, pests, and weeds, and rely heavily on fertilizer input. This management system generates an agricultural landscape that is highly simplified and brittle. The goal of my senior thesis project is to challenge farmers like Rod Coda to reconsider this common view that microbes are most often bad and best managed using intensive pesticide application. For my senior thesis, I designed an introductory level science-based curriculum for farmers interested in enhancing their microbial literacy. The primary purpose of this course is to render the invisible world of microbes visible to farmers. It is my hope that by learning more about the hidden world of microbes, farmers will see how working with microbes as allies benefits their crops, soil, profits, and the environment. This course intends to plant seeds for a future microbially literate agriculture. The curriculum is designed around 4 sequential units. Each unit focuses on answering a motivating question. Within each unit, there are modules addressing parts of the motivating question. Unit 1 asks, what microbes are living in my soil? This unit sets the scene and introduces the key microbial players in the living soil. This unit also introduces foundational microbiological terminology, such as the difference between microbes and microbiomes, and terminology that describes the scene of plant and microbe interactions, such as the rhizosphere. Unit 2 asks, how do microbes benefit the farm? This unit explores how microbes act as plant allies and dives into farming-relevant topics, such as mycorrhizal symbiosis, nitrogen-fixing bacteria, the rhizosphere effect, and disease-suppressive soils, among others. Unit 3 asks, how do current agricultural practices harm microbes? This unit explores how industrial agricultural practices, such as heavy reliance on pesticide and fertilizer input, tillage, and monoculture, disrupt soil microbiomes. Unit 4 asks, how can we build a future microbially assisted agriculture? This unit explores diverse on-farm practices that support microbial communities, such as cover cropping, no-till, perennial agriculture, polyculture, and animal integration. This unit also explores how to develop on-farm monitoring of microbes and how to set up local farmer learning networks. This course was designed to fill a gap in critical knowledge infrastructure. There are packaged online courses that teach farmers about microbes, but they're all behind paywalls. For instance, Dr. Elaine's Soil Food Web course costs $5,000. The free online resources that exist are disjointed. It is not realistic to expect farmers to spend time combing through the large quantity of free resources available and assemble their microbial knowledge piecemeal. So, my goal is to develop an online course that is free and open access and focused on how microbes can assist farmers. All material, both visual and written, are Creative Commons licensed, meaning I encourage others to take my work, remix, transform, and build off it. The course content will be visually appealing, readily digestible, and directly applicable to on-farm management. The modules contain multimedia content ranging from short videos, written segments, images, educational handouts, links to suggested additional resources, and optional assessments. As a part of my senior thesis, I made mock-up modules to model how I envision the final online product. I made 4 mock-up modules, 1 for each unit. In these mock-up modules, I explore how farmers can work alongside fungi. For Unit 1, I developed a module simply introducing the diverse array of soil fungi. For Unit 2, I made a module examining how a particular type of fungi, called arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi, or AM fungi, can assist farmers. For Unit 3, I designed a module examining how nutrient additions change colonization patterns of AM fungi on farms. For Unit 4, I made a module on how to create your own AM fungal inoculum and monitor soil fungal populations on the farm. While I do not have time to show all the content I created for the mock-up modules, I want to briefly share a video segment and some of the educational handouts. Here is a brief video segment found in Module 1, introducing mycorrhizal fungi.
Mycorrhizal fungi are ancient plant allies. These fungi must colonize a living plant root in order to survive. Here, you can see the plant root is drawn in black, and the fungus is drawn in red. The mycorrhizal fungi are essentially an extension of the plant root system. When these fungi colonize plant roots, they form a beneficial relationship with their plant host called mycorrhizal symbiosis. This symbiosis is based on an exchange of resources. The plant gives the fungi anywhere from 10 to 40% of its sugars that it made via photosynthesis. In return, the fungi can provide the plant with up to 90% of its nutrient requirements. Here, you have a zoomed-in picture of a plant root. On the left side, there is no mycorrhizal colonization, while there is colonization on the right side. You can see from this image that the fungi provide protection to the plant root. The fungi act as a barrier to other soil antagonists, and they exponentially increase the surface area whereby the plant root acquires nutrients and water.
And here are 3 examples of instructional handouts included in the modules. Similar to the video you just saw, they are visual, simple, and instructive. This is a handout that neatly summarizes the key learning objectives in Module 1. This handout is paired with the video you just saw, a short clip of. Here is the handout for Module 2, zoomed in. This handout summarizes video content that covers the benefits offered to plants by AM fungi. The handout divides the benefits into 4 general categories: nutrients, soil, water, and pests and pathogens. As you can see, the handout also includes simple and easy to interpret visual reinforcement. Here is the handout for Module 4 zoomed in. This handout offers step-by-step, simple instructions for farmers wanting to stain plant roots for mycorrhizal fungi. This staining protocol gives farmers a way to monitor changes in AM fungal populations on their farm as they change management practices. This handout is paired with an instructional video tutorial and written instructions. In closing, I was motivated to design this curriculum to counter farmer microbiophobia by focusing on the many ways microbes assist agriculture. This course plan begins to fill an existing gap in knowledge infrastructure by providing free, open access, balanced, and practical knowledge about microbes and agriculture. The overarching aim is to render the invisible world of microbes visible to farmers. As the direct stewards of hordes of diverse microbes, farmers are uniquely positioned to usher in a future microbially assisted agriculture. To conclude my presentation, I want to say a big thank you to all the people who supported me throughout this project. In particular, I want to thank Professor Hanzawa for her mentorship and continued enthusiasm. And with that, I will take any questions.